Hello everyone, this is TheMagiBum here, and I'm going to be finishing off the casting that Mr. Ruski has been doing. He's currently done 4 games of this best out of 7, and now he's too tired to do the rest, so here I am to finish it off. So let's start by introducing the characters, the people tier today. So the player on the bottom left is going to be StarTailed as Bomber, in the Terran player in red, yep. And the Protoss player on the top right side is going to be SK's MC. So in the previous games we've seen Bomber do all-ins that have failed, and as well as some macro games that he's managed to win. And the last game he seemed to have had some trouble keeping up in macro when it came to versing MC. Even though he had an expansion faster than his opponent, he still couldn't manage to scrape a victory. He actually killed off the Nexus as well, the main Nexus of SKMC, but it just wasn't enough. He just couldn't do that critical damage that he needed to in order to finish off the game and secure a victory. And so yeah, so I'll just be I've actually been watching the casting that Mr. Ruski's been doing, so I'm going to be finishing off his casts. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it doesn't bother you too much that you're having one caster talk about the first 4 games and have the last 2 being cast by some random extra person. So yeah, we're just seeing a standard build out of SK's MC. He's got his gateway, his gas, his second pylon is coming out now. Everything's going to be timed to perfection because he is MC after all. We're seeing no gas yet from the Terran player, which I'm assuming means he's going to go for a fast expand. He's going to get that first Marine out just to deny scouting and so that he can throw down his expansion relatively safely. He's also going to be scouting, so after he throws down his expansion he can decide where he has to throw down 3 barracks or if he can throw down double gas, single gas. So it all depends on what he scouts here. So if he doesn't scout anything, then it's going to be a bit of a hassle, but it looks like he's come inside and he's going to scout the gases. This is really important because it's a really big tell of what MC is going to be going for. If he's only taking 1 gas, it either means he's going to go for a 4 gate. If he's like saving his chrono boost as well, and if you see chrono boost on the warp gate technology, then you know that there's a good chance it's going to be a 4 gate. However, if he's only taking 1 gas and he's using his chrono boost on stuff that like economy or units such as this, then you can probably assume that he's going to go for a faster expansion. So here comes the expansion for StarTail's Bomber, and he got a lone bunker as well. He's put it a little bit behind where the ramp is, so the choke is going to be right there as opposed to right there. If you put it like right along the edge, then the units could technically shoot from there and still have a fairly good concave. Over here, they're the range of 6 or 5 or whatever it is that the Stalkers have. That's going to be where they're going to be shooting from, so they're going to be congested here and not be able to get that surface area that they need. And the only problem with this is that Zealous can just walk around and fully surround this, but since we're not seeing early aggression from the Protoss player, it looks like he's going to expand. And good pylon positioning, so you can warp in on the low ground as well as have a vision of the high ground. You might want to get some vision of behind the smoke because that's a good drop location. Same with the Terran player. He might want to just put a supply depot there or a missile turret or something like that there. And we see 1 gas out of StarTail Bomber. This is a curious build that Bomber goes for. He does a similar build to what most people do, except he only takes 1 gas at a time. So he's got his standard 3 barracks, he's got his tech lab normally and everything like that, but he's only got 1 gas. He's using it off 1 gas, so his mineral intake is going to be a lot higher, but his gas intake is going to be slower. So since that's going to be the case, his tech is going to be delayed as well. So yes, you should see stim coming down as well, and now he's got a 2nd gas, so he's delayed it enough that he can just get his stim, but yep, there goes stim, but he's going to need build marines because he's got so much minerals. But in a way that's good because having a lot of marines early game is always a good thing to have. And we see a couple of sentries out here, so you can expect MC to be very safe right now, getting even more sentries. You want to get these sentries out really early, which is what he's done. And that way they build up energy over time, but when the big battles eventually occur, they're going to be full on energy. So we see a robotics facility, and we see a scan as well. Let's see what Bomber sees. Yep, he sees the robotics facility, so he knows that there's going to be some form of robo play. And we see a warp prism. Nice. So, and it looks like he's also rallied it here, so he might want to warp in behind the smoke. Oh, and he's also got a stalker here to make sure that there's no one scouting that thing as well. But we see a big push out of Marines here, and that one stalker is going to have a big surprise when he sees those Marines. And he's got another Marine just scouting around here, see if there's anything else coming. Oh, and that stalker's going to die. That stalker stood no chance. And it looks like it's going to be, this attack's going to be timed with stim a bit. Not really, but kind of. So we see those Marines getting trapped, and this is really bad for Bomber. Looks like he's going to lose this entire army, or at least most of it. And he's not going to take a lot of damage. So if you look at the unit count, he's got 10 Marines to, well, 4 sentries, 3 zealots, and 3 stalkers. So it's not looking good for the Terran player at the moment. Although he has a lot of Marines over there, he can't really defend his main base, and I don't think he sees this. Yeah, he doesn't until last minute. And now he's force fielded the ramp. These units are stuck. The starport is not even on the way yet. It's only on the way now. So all these units are going to be trapped. Oh, and the force field. Nope, he doesn't use the force field right. So all the Marines get in, but they're all getting sliced up by their zealots, and this looks like it's going to be GG from here because the Terran player has no more production. He's only got a few Marines there, and he's only building Marines now out of here. So if you look at the units lost count, he's already lost 10 SCVs, and he's probably going to lose more. But yeah, this looks really bad for the Terran player, and yep, there we go, GG. So although this build is really good for getting a lot of Marines out, all the Marines are really good as well. When you're versing SKMC, you really need to either mix in some form of Marauders or get your tech up a little faster to medevac. So delaying his medevac production, ultimately, I'm guessing I can probably guess it cost him the game because he could have like lifted off and dropped into the main himself and been able to defend this. Also, I could probably base it on having bad scouting because he didn't see this. He saw the robotics facility, but he didn't assume that there would be a warp prism coming out of it. So unfortunately, he had some bad decision making there, and that cost him the game. Anyway, thanks for watching this game, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed casting it. Thank you.